Hey guys, so this is Demi Lovato, 2009 Nickelodeon award show inspired makeup, and that award show she wore a really pretty face. It was really sun-kissed and glowy, so I teach you how to get that Jennifer Lopez, Demi Lovato sun-kissed skin, and then the eyes were a bronzy look. And with this eyeshadows, I'm just using the Revlon Quad in Precious Metals and then a Sally Girl eyeshadow in Champagne. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and please, if you think that Miley Cyrus and Demi Lovato are sluts, put that on another video. This is not a poll if you think they're sluts, it's just they have nice makeup. It's a tutorial how to do their makeup. I really don't care if you think they're both hoochies because they dated Nick Jonas or something. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and take care, bye. Anyways, you're gonna put an exfoliator on your face and you make sure your face is damp, and then you apply the exfoliator to your face and you go in a circular motion. And this is helping the little beads that are in the exfoliator to really get rid of all that dead skin cells. So the next thing you're going to want to do is apply a moisturizer, and it's better to apply a moisturizer with a self-tanner in it or the ones that gradually tan your face. And I'm going to be using from Jergens their Natural Glow Daily Moisturizer. Now this one is for the body. You want to get one that's for the face. I bought this one because I thought it could be used on the face, and apparently it can't because it could make you break out because it builds up on your face and it just, you know, it causes your skin to block your natural oils and stuff, so it can cause you to break out. But if you have skin like me where it doesn't really break out very easily, you can use this. But honestly, it's better to get the face one. They cost the same price anyways. Just look for the face one. Don't go making the mistake I did. So anyways, apply a tinted moisturizer all over your face. And this is going to help you. Like if you already have a tan, it's going to help you keep the tan. And if you're trying to build a tan, it's going to help you build it. Now we're going to be applying our bronzer. You're going to want to get a big fluffy brush. This is the 150 from Sigma. It's a big fluffy brush, like I said. And you're going to want to get a bronzer. This is from Physicians Formula. It's their multicolored bronzer. NYX sells a bronzer and I like it better, and it's $5 cheaper than this one, just so you know. Anyways, now when you apply bronzer, you're supposed to apply where the sun normally hits you. So your cheeks, your nose, your chin, and your hairline. But the thing is, let's be honest with ourselves. Seriously, most people who put on bronzer, including myself, I don't really apply it like that. I do it that way, but I do put bronzer all over my face and then I do it that way. But this is how I do it. Because when you just put it like the way you're supposed to, it doesn't really make you look sun-kissed. It doesn't, whatever, liars. Anyways, the way I do it is I take a Mosaic color wheel, like I said, and I go for the lightest color. So in that case up here, I'm not going to go toward the center right there because it's too dark. I'm going to go right here toward the lighter colors. And I grab some color. I don't grab too much. You see? I don't grab too much. I do that also, so I take off the excess. And I apply that all over my face. All over. So that way I'm not going to get too orange. But I'm still going to get my glow. So there you go. You can tell already that I have some color to my face, but I'm not totally orange. I don't look like a Oompa Loompa or Lindsay Lohan when she self-tans too much. So I have some color on my face, but it's natural looking. That's what I do. I apply it all over my face first, but I go for the lighter color, and then I go for the darker colors. So I'll swirl it, you know, into the darker colors, you see? So now I got more on my brush and more darker bronzer. And then I apply that where the sun normally hits me. So on my cheeks. Down my nose. Chin. And in my forehead, or on my forehead, not in it. You have to make sure though that you blend it down your neck, your jawline, and your ear, because bronzer is one of those things, and I think more so than foundation, if you don't blend it down those areas, it's really noticeable and you really do look dumb. You also want to make sure that you, when you apply your bronzer, that you are in front of a window, that you're in natural lighting, that you're outside or something, not in a dark room. Because when you're in a dark room, you tend to pile it on because you don't notice that it looks orange yet. You don't notice it appearing on your face because it's so dark lidded. So you want to make sure you're near natural lighting, and if it's nighttime and you're trying to do your bronzer, just go where there's a lot of lights, you know, fluorescent lights, whatever. Just look for lighting. Now you're going to apply your eyeshadow base. I'm using Scandalous eyeshadow base. When you use drugstore makeup, you need a good eyeshadow base. And you're just going to apply that all over your eye, around the tear duct, the eyelid, and the lower lash line. We're going to be taking from Revlon their cream eyeshadows. This one is in Bronze Bliss. I'm going to be taking that color right there. So it's a bronzy orange color. And I'm placing that on my eyelid. You don't want to apply too much because this can really crease. And I'm blending that up toward my brow bone. And then I'm going to take the second to darkest color. This is like a antique bronze. And I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line. You can use a brush to do this if you like, but I'm just going to be using my finger. So the first thing we're going to be applying is our brow highlight, and I'm going to be taking my favorite brow highlight. It's from Sally Girl. It's called Champagne. I'm going to use my 224 from Sigma. This is the travel size, and I'm just applying that to my brow bone. Just like this. I'm using my 224 again, and I'm taking from Revlon. It's their Color Stay Quad, and this one is called Priceless Metals. I'm going to be taking this color right here. It's a yellowish gold. You can't tell because my camera. Yeah, maybe if I bend it down like that. I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to blend this color into my crease, and I'm going toward the brow bone. And the next color I'm going to be grabbing is that one right there. It's a brownish bronze, using the 224 again. And I'm blending this also in my crease, but I'm trying to stay like really in my crease. I'm not trying to blend it too much far up toward the brow bone. So it's going to be that brow bone color, the goldish yellow, and then now this color right there. So I'm just blending that into my crease. Now I'm taking my 252 from Sigma and this last eyeshadow in the quad, and I am going to be placing that color right onto the eyelid. So right here. With the same color and the same brush, I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line, just in the center, going out toward the end. And with the 219, this is the travel size again, I'm going to be taking the goldish yellow one more time. And right here on the upper part of the tear duct, I'm applying it. And as I'm blending it in, I'm blending it upward toward my brow right there, like this, because I really want my eyes to just pow right there. Like I really just want them to open up, look wide and awake, and really sparkle. And with the champagne color, I'm using that on the lower part of my tear duct. I'm taking this Maybelline Ultra Liner, waterproof, and this one is in brown. Usually brown, bronze, bronzy red liquid liners or eyeliners make your tan pop out more than black does. It makes your bronzy looks pop out more than black. So I'm going to be taking this angular brush, and I'm just going to use that to line my lash line. If you're a subscriber of mine, you know that I love white eyeliner. That's the eyeliner I use the most because it makes your eyes pop out more, look so much bigger, so much brighter. I like it so much more than black eyeliner. But for a bronzy look, when you're trying to do a bronzy look, or if you have a tan and you're really trying to bring out that tan, it's better to use a brown eyeliner in the waterline as well as your lash line. So from Rimmel, I'm taking their eyeliner pencil in rich brown, and I'm putting that in my waterline. Demi Lovato had black, but I don't like black. It's too harsh. It closes up your eyes. So if you want to like Demi Lovato, put the black. Now I'm going to be applying my mascara. I'm using Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara from L'Oreal. And I'm applying that to my upper and lower lashes. Sorry, people keep telling me to pin back my hair. I keep forgetting. The next thing we're going to do is apply our fake eyelashes. Just get a lash glue. I'm using the Ardell Lashgrip glue. You can get this from literally anywhere, but it's cheapest to buy it at Walmart. I'm putting it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to give it about a minute to get tacky. The lashes I'm going to be using are the Ardell 105s, and they look like that. And you don't want to put too thick of eyelashes on, which like I normally do. You don't want them too thick because you really want the colors to pop out that are on your eyelid to give you that really, bronze look. So what I do is I look down into a mirror and I place the eyelashes as close to my lash line as possible. It's good to look down into the mirror because you can really see what you're doing, and you can tell, if you're placing them on your real lashes. Anyways, and then I use the end of a eyeshadow brush to press it into place. And you want to make sure that the ends of the eyelashes are really glued into place, because if your eyelashes fall off, those are the parts that are going to go first, not the center. The center usually doesn't go first. It's the ends. So you really want to make sure that that is in place. You have to apply one more layer of mascara so that your real lashes and your fake eyelashes blend together. And also you can use an eyelash curler to blend them together some more, or you can even use your fingers when your mascara is still wet. Press the real ones with the fake ones together, and that way you won't be able to tell where your real and your fake lashes are. Just like that. And then you want to take your liquid liner again and go over the lash line, so that way any glue that's showing gets hidden. Demi Lovato had a really strong eyebrow. In that picture, she has like black hair. Usually she has brunettish hair, but lately it's been black. So, you're going to want to go with the natural shade that your hair is. You want to fill in your eyebrow that shade. Don't go darker, don't go lighter. So anyways, I'm just going to be using from this Ardell Arden palette this brow eyeshadow. If you plan on filling in your eyebrows a lot, or you're going to go out in this, you're going to want to get a real brow eyeshadow or a real brow eyeliner. You don't want to use a regular eyeshadow like I am, but I don't own one of those, so I'm just going to use what I have, and it's an eyeshadow. So anyways, you start at the arch of your eyebrow, which is the highest point of your eyebrow, because that's where you want most of the color to be, and you just fill in your brow. You go in the direction that your hair grows. If your hair is growing this way, you want to put your strokes that way too. If your hair grows upward, you want to go upward. Mine's is going downward like that, so I'm just following that natural shape. And I'm just doing small little strokes. And then I fill in the inner part of my eyebrows. So you see I'm getting a really strong brow. Now we move on to the rest of the face. You're going to want to listen to me when I say this. Listen, girls. You're going to want to get an Illuminator. e.l.f. sells their shimmering facial whips. They're only $1. Any color will do. It doesn't matter which e.l.f. Illuminator you get. You want to get an Illuminator. Illuminators are what helps you get those Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lopez glow. I'm using for Mary Kate and Ashley their what is this, Sheer Nude Natural Glow Illuminator, but this is discontinued, so it's not like you can go find it at the store. So that's why I'm saying get the e.l.f. ones, or Benefit sells some. Most all drugstore brands sell an Illuminator, and what you do is you grab that and you highlight the tip of your nose, and you're going to highlight your cheekbone. You're going to want to put a good amount on your cheekbone, and if you don't know where your cheekbone is, just take your middle finger, put it against your nostril, and glide your thumb up to the top of your ear. And that hard bone you feel, that is your cheekbone. So you're going to take some Illuminator. I'm taking about that much. I don't know if you can see that much. And right on my cheekbone, I'm going to dab it like this. I'm going to grab a little bit more. I'm not going all the way toward my nose. I'm just going a little bit below the center of my eye like that. I'm dabbing it, and then I'm blending it downward like this. Now there's one more step to this look, and it's very, very important. When you apply your bronzer in the beginning, you want to use a matte bronzer, which means there's no shimmer in it. That's what's going to help you get the natural looking tan. But at the end of it all, you're going to have to use a bronzer that has shimmer in it. And that's what's going to give you like the Jennifer Lopez, Demi Lovato glow, that celebrity glow, that sun-kissed look. And that's what the shimmer does. It gives you the glow. So from Victoria's Secret, I'm using their bronzer highlighter trio in Goddess. So you're going to want to get a bronzer that has shimmer in it, or a Mosaic bronzer like mine, where it's 3 different shades, and that's going to help you more than just using a regular bronzer with shimmer, because that's really going to help give you the glow. Sally Girl sells one that's just like this, and it's $1.99, but I'm just going to be using the Victoria's Secret one. And you're applying this to your cheeks only. You don't want to apply this to your forehead, your nose, and your chin, because then you're going to look really, really shiny, or you're going to look really oily, you know? So you don't want that. You just want it on your cheeks. And this is what really caps off the look, you see? Now I have a really pretty glow to my face. I already got the sun-kissed glow. It looks just like Jennifer Lopez and the Demi Lovato look, you see? So honestly, you need those 2 kind of bronzers, a matte one and one with shimmer. Now for the lips. I'm going to grab a lip liner, and this is from NYX. It's called Natural, and I'm just going to line my natural lip line first. And then I'm going to fill it in, and this is going to help the lipstick to stay on much longer. For the lipstick, you're going to want to go with a color that has an orange tint to it or a berry tint to it. Lipsticks that have, or lip glosses that have that color in it, is going to help bring out the tan more. So I'm using from NYX. It's called Indian Pink, and it's a orangey pink color. And this is going to look really, really good with this tan skin. So I'm just applying that over my lips. And then right over that, I'm going to put a berry colored lip gloss. This is from Estee Lauder, and it's called Berry, and it's their high gloss lip glosses. The best lip glosses to me are from Victoria's Secret and Estee Lauder. And if you're going to be wearing this look in the summer, especially if you live like in Chicago, that's a good example. There's the lake, and usually in Chicago in the summer, it's really windy. So you might not want to wear lip gloss if you plan on wearing your hair down, because like, you know, you're going to be like this with it all in your mouth. But if you're going like indoors or something, it's going to look really nice. So anyways, I'm just going to put this right over my lips. Color. So anyways, that is it for my Demi Lovato Sun-Kissed Glowy Bronze look. This is how it looks. The eyes and the face. You see the face totally looks tan compared to the beginning. It's really, really nice. I think I'm going to make a tutorial for just the face. It'll probably be the same thing, but a little bit more detailed, because this is how you do the Victoria's Secret and Jennifer Lopez face. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Take care. Bye.